Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini, and topping our news tonight, the Suncoast seeing an impressive amount of rainfall throughout the weekend, and it does not seem to be letting up anytime soon. ABC 7's First Alert weather team has been monitoring this situation throughout the weekend. ABC 7's Wendy Ross is joining us now with our first weather update of the night. Wendy?
And we are looking at this system that continues to bring us all this copious amounts of rainfall, and it's a low pressure area over the central part of the state, a tropical wave that is going to be moving out into the Atlantic. But right now it has been nearly stationary, and that is why we continue to get all these bands of rain coming on in. When it finally does make its move, it will be moving into the Atlantic along the middle Atlantic coastal states before it moves out into the northern Atlantic. But in the meantime, this is what's happening in its wake. All of these showers and thunderstorms that have been moving on in from the Gulf of Mexico. Primarily tonight, they've been affecting the Sarasota County areas down through Charlotte County. And all of this wet weather is moving off towards the east over Mayaca City. We've been seeing the rains, and they have had bands of rain that have come on in that have been quite heavy throughout periods of the night. And you can see that mostly right now, most of Manatee County has been getting a little bit of a break, but earlier tonight, they too saw some very strong thunderstorms moving on through. Look at the rainfall amounts. They are impressive all the way down the coastline, and as a result, a flood watch is in effect for both Manatee, Sarasota, and all the way through Charlotte counties through tomorrow night, and it will not be over really for many locations until after Tuesday, when we're expecting to see a final abatement of all of these showers. So right now, over the next 24-hour or next 4-hour period, we're going to be looking at breaks in the rain, and then it just comes right back in beginning tomorrow morning. So far, there really isn't going to be much of a break before the system finally moves into the Atlantic. Adam?
Thank you very much, Wendy. And as those flood waters slowly go down, some Manatee County homeowners are left dealing with the damage. Many families trying to save what they can after those high waters found their way into condo buildings Saturday night and into today. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us just how bad the damage has been for one community.
I'm at Shady Brook Village condominiums in Manatee County, and many residents here are stuck inside the complex because the floodwaters are about 1 foot deep.
We saw water at the front door, and when we opened it, there was already about 2 or 3 inches inside the house.
Steve Urban watched helplessly as inches of water grew to feet inside his Manatee County home.
All the appliances got wet, all the furniture, china cabinet, Xbox, all the TV remotes.
He and his neighbors are now left to salvage what they can from the water before crews can evaluate the damage.
They have to rip out all the drywall, all the cabinets, throw everything away, couches, pretty much anything that got wet they want to get rid of because of the bacteria.
This is a swimming pool. It's so bad. They're still recovering from the last flood last year this time.
Britton Williams' condo sits higher above sea level toward the front of the complex. The damage reminds her of another recent storm, Hurricane Hermine in 2016.
From last year to this year, it's kind of the same. It's just a lot of rain that won't stop.
Hermine flooded Urban's condo last year, and he just bought replacement furniture a few weeks ago. He says he's not looking forward to starting again from scratch.
Everything that you lose, and then all the furniture and all the cleanup work that has to follow.
The floodwaters are still so deep in some areas that residents can't even get their cars out of the complex. If they decide that they want to leave, they're going to have to get out on their own 2 feet. Reporting in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Erica. And we have heard from dozens of other residents affected by this flooding over the weekend, many sending their own pictures and videos in. Some were able to avoid emergency situations, but many others were not so lucky. Heavy rain quickly turned into flooded streets for Suncoast drivers Saturday. And when daylight hit Sunday, conditions were even worse.
And this happens every time we get a heavy amount of rain in certain areas of the community, especially at high tide near the city, because the water has nowhere to go.
The same could be said for residents, some braving the high waters on parts of Lockwood Ridge Road, others near the IMG Golf Course, and also University Parkway. But several others weren't so lucky.
Brad Severin paddled a kayak from his house in Sarah Palms near Palm Air to assist stranded drivers.
How long have you lived here?
About 2 years.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Nothing at all.
At the Center Lake subdivision in Sarasota, fire crews helped evacuate nearly 60 residents, some from homes with up to a foot of water inside. The neighborhood now closed for the night. Emergency Management Chief Ed McCrane says crews were limited in what they could clear before these storms hit.
With as much rainfall as we've been getting over the last few days, you know, the ditches are full, the ponds are full, so when that additional rain comes, it has nowhere to go.
And those scenes of flooding and water damage have been just coming in all night through social media. We want to show you a few of those incredible images now, and while we can't show all of them, here are some that certainly caught our own eyes. Linda sending us this photo taken around 3 this afternoon at University Parkway between 301 and Old Bradenton Road. Without that tall grass, it's hard to tell where the road ends and the pond begins, and law enforcement closing that period of road for quite some time. Larry bringing this one to our attention. This is Center Lake, the Center Lake subdivision that you just saw in that last piece near Proctor Road, where water rose right up to the garage of a house. The East Manatee Fire Rescue parked right outside. And Bill posting this one to our Facebook page. This is Linger Lodge Campground in Bradenton. The water completely surrounding that RV, making it look as if it's almost floating. And if you have any other videos or photos from today showing your area or your struggle, please don't hesitate to send those into our social media pages. Just visit us on Facebook or mysuncoast.com.abc7. Meanwhile, in Texas, Tropical Storm Harvey continues its onslaught, and the National Hurricane Center is offering no promises of relief from those epic rains in the near future. ABC's Lana Zach is in Houston tonight and shows us how the situation is developing as the community braces for another night of torrential rainfall.
Rescues continue in the dark of night here in Houston.
We got you. We got you. Don't worry.
Bisected by roads that are now rivers, America's 4th largest city is in crisis.
We need help in 5th Ward. We need people here to evacuate people. Get people here now before they die.
The 911 system overrun, 56,000 calls in just 15 hours. Many people say they can't even get through. Houston's mayor is asking for patience.
This is pretty much like day 2. Okay, there will be day 3, and there will be day 4, and there may be day 5.
First responders and Good Samaritans are working around the clock, desperately trying to keep up with all the cries for help. And those that are rescued are often left with nothing.
It's like memories that get taken away by something that you don't expect. But I mean, it's all just materialistic stuff.
Louise has no dry clothes, no shoes on her feet. She was grateful to be plucked from the waters, but then, like so many others we heard from, she says she was left stranded without a place to go.
They said there would be buses. No buses ever came.
So you were just sitting there.
We were just sitting there in the rain, just waiting for somebody to take us. And
that's when Peter came around.
That's when Peter came to rescue us.
And Peter, you're just a Good Samaritan.
I've been cooped up at my home for the past 2 days, watching you guys. And I just said, you know what, I'm able-bodied. I might as well go ask someone if there's anything I can do, so I drove down there.
He is our hero.
More than 600 billion gallons of water has now been dumped onto Houston. And concerned about the possibility of dam breakage, officials now are planning to release water from 2 reservoirs, a move that will impact thousands of homes. Reporting from Houston, Lana Zach, ABC News.
And still to come here on ABC 7, a teenage mother and her infant son found murdered inside their apartment. How authorities say the crime was almost covered up. And ABC 7's Wendy Ross will be right back with more on Tropical Storm Harvey. That's all coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Jeff Benninghoff, the General Manager here at ABC 7. In my last message to the Suncoast community, I made a commitment to keep DirecTV viewers informed about ongoing negotiations to keep ABC 7 on their system. We continue to work with them, but as of yet, they have not agreed to a fair deal to keep this channel on their lineup after August 31st. It wouldn't be the first time DirecTV left their customers in the dark. In fact, since 2015, DirecTV has dropped local channels from their lineup 14 times, affecting millions of viewers. We regret that DirecTV keeps putting their subscribers in the middle of these negotiations. It should not be your problem. After all, you pay 100% of your bill every single month to DirecTV. Why should you have to worry about losing ABC7? You can always locate information on this situation at www.ourlocalcommitment.com/WWSB. We will continue to work to reach an agreement without interruption and continue to keep you, the viewer, informed. And remember, you always have choices. We are free over the air at mysuncoast.com, our free news and weather apps, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and also available through other local providers. Thank you.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-319-0237.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-319-0237.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Welcome back. A Bradenton man is now facing charges of murder and arson after his girlfriend and her infant son were found dead inside their home this morning. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office has charged Larry Williams in the death of Diamond Shellman and her 18-month-old son. The two were found in their home at Avalon Square Apartments located on 14th Street West when witnesses noticed flames coming from that apartment. ABC7 spoke with a neighbor of Shellman who says she is horrified and upset something like this could happen so close to home.
You caused somebody's family grief and pain, and you didn't have to do it at that. This is wrong, and justice need to be served, and justice need to be done, for this happened to somebody else.
Cedar Hammock firefighters were called to the scene, but by the time they arrived, the two were already dead inside. To help people protect their homes from flooding this afternoon, Manatee County Emergency Management handing out sandbags at several locations. They say they would be handing those bags out as their supplies last. With rain expected to continue as we near the peak of hurricane season, it is important to make sure that your home is prepared. And they are extending those hours into Monday as well for a limited period of time. Well, now to some lighter news. An adorable and tasty way to raise money for education. How about a pizza party? Well, these kids were up for that idea. The Tots and their parents visiting California Pizza Kitchen, not only to get their hands on some cheese and bread, but also get some hands-on learning. Little Geniuses Preschool in Lakewood Ranch teaming up with the Cattleman Road Pizza Kitchen in Sarasota to fundraise money for education.
Exciting. It gets the parents involved, lets them know that we appreciate them and their business and we love their children.
We partnered with Lakewood Ranch Business Alliance, and through that we met Greg here, the GM, and thought it would be a great idea to put this on for the community.
20% of all those pizzas sold through the fundraiser Sunday will go directly to school supplies and equipment. So clearly, by the mall, able to at least pull that off inside today, but most other parts of our community really dealing with the rainfall, the flooding, and we are expecting, more rain through the night.
Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, we're going to get a little bit of a lull, and then it's going to come back on in. And of course, the reason for all of this is our own system that we have. This does not have anything to do with Harvey. This is our tropical wave that's over the central part of the state. And the biggest problem we have had, just like Harvey, is that this system is not moving. And so because of its stationary situation, we have been seeing all of this rain coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, the center of it is right here over Orlando, and it is expected to move into the Atlantic, where it will eventually start to move along the middle Atlantic coastal states, and it could become a tropical storm. There is a 90% chance of that happening over the next 24 to 48 hour period. So we'll continue to watch for it. But in the meantime, it is dragging in all of this moisture across our area. You'll notice a counterclockwise spin when I put this into motion, and this is what's been bringing in all of the wet weather that we've been experiencing. And over the next 24 to 48 hour period, we are going to see more rain coming on in. We'll get a little bit of a lull, and then we'll get more showers coming through. Some of the rain will be heavy, some of it will be light. Some people won't get any, just cloudy weather. And then by Tuesday, by around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we start to see a lot more clearing, and by Wednesday we are finally going to dry out. But right now we're still seeing all of this wet weather out here in the Gulf. It's all moving onshore. It's been doing that all evening. Manatee County, Sarasota County, Charlotte counties all affected, and right now most of the wet weather has moved out of Charlotte County and continues to be focused up here around Sarasota County. And there's all of this that we still have to see coming on shore, and we are going to get breaks in that, and then some more will develop and come on in. So that's going to be the way the overnight time period is going to play out, and the same thing is going to happen once again tomorrow morning. We start with those showers, good 80% chance during the early morning hours. In the meantime, we've also got Harvey, and of course the words that have been associated with Harvey are catastrophic, devastating. These are the kinds of words that are associated with this system, and we are looking at tropical storm warnings still in effect along the Texas coastline, stretching on into Louisiana. All of these feeder bands moving into the center, which is affecting Houston. We have been talking about feet of rainfall already. 30 inches of rain has fallen. Another 20 inches is expected. So a total of 50 inches of rainfall could be taking place between now and tomorrow. And that's what we're going to be looking at. And so we still have the showers and thunderstorms moving on in. The center of this system, once again, not moving very quickly. And so as a result, it is going to be moving, eventually drifting on into the Gulf of Mexico, where it is expected to get a little bit stronger before it makes landfall again in Texas, and it's likely to make landfall very close to Galveston. So that's a system that is just going to continue to play out over the next couple of days. In the meantime, today we got up to a high of 83 only. Normally we're at 90, but because of all the cloud cover, we saw the temperatures in the low 80s. Right now it's 80 degrees. We have high humidity, the winds coming in out of the southwest, and they're fairly strong at around 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow is not going to be a great beach day. We are looking at rain showers starting in the morning, some thunderstorms as well. Winds will be coming in out of the southwest at 15 knots, and we are looking at temperatures that will hopefully get up to the mid 80s, but again we've got these isolated thunderstorms moving on in. Tonight's forecast, calling for 80% chance of scattered thunderstorms. And then tomorrow we're looking at showers and isolated thunderstorms as well, with an 80% chance of rain starting in the early morning. So this is what it looks like over the next several days. We've got a 70% chance of rain on Monday. Tuesday, we lower those chances. And on Wednesday, Adam, we can take a break.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Coming up after the break, we'll have sports. Stick around.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs. Most payments are on their way within 24 hours. Yes, sir.
Do I need medical exams, things like that?
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number, or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you. Now, sports.
The Rays were on the losing end of some late-game heroics on Saturday in St. Louis, but on Sunday, Tampa Bay able to turn that around. Tommy Pham was the hero last night for the Cardinals with a 2-run walk-off home run, but today's hero was Tampa's Logan Morrison with a power surge to close out Players Weekend. There's a solo shot to get the Rays on the board in the 4th inning, and then later in the game, 10th inning, tied 2-2. It's Lomo once again, solo home run. This time, it's the Rays coming up with that late-game magic. They beat the Cardinals 3-2. Their next stop, Kansas City, for a 3-game stand with the Royals. Giancarlo Stanton continues to make the most of a so-far injury-less 2017. The Marlins slugger crushing home run number 50 on Sunday against the Padres. It's also Stanton's 17th homer in August. That's a tie for the second most in MLB history for this month, just one behind Rudy York's 18 home runs that he set back in 1937. That's 80 years ago. Well, Detroit Lions safety Glover Quinn is keeping a very close eye on Texas. Sunday, the NFL player opened up about being miles away from his wife and child who are considering whether or not to evacuate their Houston home.
The last few nights, I haven't went to sleep before 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, just watching as much as I can, trying to keep my wife calm. And, she's, she's a little overwhelmed.
Now, well, the good news is Quinn says so far his family has been relatively safe. They're in their home, which still has power in a suburb of Houston called Richmond. Plenty more to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better. With amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, through all the rain and flooding, it hasn't just been people that are affected. Animals also dealing with rising water levels in certain areas. And as you can see in this video taken this morning, it shows a deer that was struggling after accidentally getting stuck in a pond at the Laurel Oak Country Club. Luckily, local wildlife experts were able to kayak out and help that deer. The buck seemingly okay after making it onto the grass, but unfortunately officials say there was one other deer they found that was not so lucky.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't think about it though.
Yeah.
You're getting stuck out there, but at least they got the one.
They got the one, that's good. And of course, we're going to continue to see the rains coming on in tonight. Just be aware of that. There are going to be some breaks in those showers, but more is on the way, and we've got another round of it coming on in the morning hours as well.
Absolutely. We will be back in the morning hours, so you can check in for more weather updates. Thanks for joining us this weekend, and stay safe out there.
Yeah.